everyone. My name is Arnel Calleno and I'm here to present to you my action research entitled Home-Based Gardening as a Nutritional Intervention for Identified Wasted and Severely Wasted Pupils of Osorio Elementary School for the school year 2019-2020. Several school-age children and learners nowadays are highly vulnerable to health and nutritional problems. There are several learners who are identified to be wasted and severely wasted in status. Home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention highlights the propagation and production of herbs, vegetables, plants, and crops that are considered best sources of nutritional contents. It aims to promote community-based home and backyard gardening to strengthen connection linkages between school and community to address problems in malnutrition. Context and rationale. The beneficiaries are the identified wasted and severely wasted pupils of Osorio Elementary School. The parents of these pupil beneficiaries will be trained to grow and propagate vegetables and other nutritious herbs at home and will be taught about different recipes or dishes to be served out of these harvested herbs and vegetables from the home-based garden. The researcher aims to compare and analyze the nutritional status of the beneficiaries before and after the implementation of home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention. Parents had an important role in coping the problems with wasted and severely wasted pupils by propagating vegetables and will serve as a daily food consumption. Research question for number 1, what is the demographic profile of Osorio Elementary School in terms of wasted and severely wasted pupils? Number 2 is to what extent does the home-based gardening serves as a nutritional intervention for wasted and severely wasted pupils of the school. It focuses on the pupils' nutritional status based on baseline weighing of pupils last July 2019. It determines the benefits in home-based gardening of pupils' nutritional status by answering survey questions. Research question number 3, what is the level of improvement in the nutritional status of beneficiaries after the implementation of home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention? The post-evaluation of pupils' weighing and determining whether the pupil increased his or her nutritional status. Number 4 is to what recommendation may be proposed based on the findings of the study. Proposed innovation, intervention, and strategy. The main problem of this study is the need to address the nutritional problems of wasted and severely wasted intermediate pupils in Osorio Elementary School. The researcher promoted the implementation of home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention for wasted and severely wasted children and learners. Prior to the implementation of home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention, the parents of these beneficiaries will be subjected to a school-based orientation and training centered on the processes and practices involved in home-based gardening. The researcher seeks the support of this project, both internal and external stakeholders, including the support of beneficiaries of this project. Scope and limitation. The key respondents of this study are the identified 15 male and 21 female with a total of 36 wasted and severely wasted intermediate pupils of Osorio Elementary School. They are selected through total enumeration. These pupil respondents are the selected beneficiaries of home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention for these learners at risk of health and nutritional problems. Beneficiaries of this research were based on the result of nutritional status baseline report. Methodology, design method, quantitative descriptive method. I used percentage and weighted mean. In sampling the total enumeration of all beneficiaries, data collection, questionnaires, and assessments. Data analysis. For the first problem about the profile of Osorio Elementary School in terms of wasted and severely wasted pupils, the data will be treated using percentage. Number 2, the second problem about the extent to which home-based gardening serves as a nutritional intervention for wasted and severely wasted pupils of Osorio Elementary School. The researcher will use weighted mean for data treatment or data analysis statement of the problem. Number 3, for the third problem about the level of improvement in the nutritional status of beneficiaries after the implementation of home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention, percentage will be used also to treat the data. Results and discussion for sub-problem number 3, the profile of Osorio Elementary School in terms of wasted and severely wasted pupils. The data will be treated using percentage. Result and discussion, wasted and severely wasted pupils before and after the implementation of home-based gardening. Indicators for severely wasted, we got frequency of 11, percentage of 30.5. Wasted pupils, we have 25. All pupils are represented percentage of 69.4, with a total of 36 percentage of 100%. The result and discussion for statement of the problem number 2, the extent to which home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention for wasted and severely wasted pupils of Osorio Elementary School. The researcher will use within main for data treatment. For the survey results on the extent to which home-based gardening serves as a nutritional intervention for wasted and severely wasted pupils of the school, we have the indicators of home-based gardening provides wasted and severely wasted learners with good nutritional sources, a frequency of 159 with a mean of 4.41, an interpretation of agree. Home-based gardening provides wasted and severely wasted learners with ingredients nutritious meals with a frequency of 156 with a mean of 4.33, an interpretation of agree. Home-based gardening provides wasted and severely wasted learners with supply of available food or meals with a frequency of 150 with a mean of 4.16, interpretation of agree. Home-based gardening provides wasted and severely wasted learners with means to overcome hunger with a frequency of 156 with a mean of 4.33, interpretation of agree. Home-based gardening provides wasted and severely wasted learners with means to protect them from illness and malnutrition, a frequency of 158 with a mean of 4.38, an interpretation of agree. Result and discussion for statement of the problem number 3, the level of improvement in the nutritional status of the beneficiaries after the implementation of home-based gardening. Nutritional intervention percentage will be used also to treat the data. Result and discussion for wasted and severely wasted pupils after the implementation of home-based gardening. So we have an indicator of severely wasted, frequency of 0 and percentage of 0. Indicators for wasted pupils, frequency of 7, percentage of 19.4. Conclusion. Most of the respondents were wasted and before the implementation of home-based gardening as a nutritional intervention. Number 2, home-based gardening provides wasted and severely wasted learners with good nutritional sources. Number 3 is the level of nutritional status of beneficiaries improve after the implementation of home-based gardening. Recommendation is we need the support, the conduct of home-based gardening with information dissemination about the nutritional value of the vegetables and other herbs. Number 2 is to conduct a school-based competition on the best home-based garden among the learners. Number 3 is integrate the home-based gardening activities in school-based feeding program. We have the references, Osorio Elementary 2016, Effects of Nutritional Deficits on Academic Performance of Learners. This is Batan Community College, Aklan. Tanreo G, 2017, Nutrition-Based Intervention for At-Risk Learners. This is Aldersgate College, Nueva Vizcaya. Thank you very much and mabuhay po tayong lahat.